Hello guys, today I'm gonna be showing you a Victorinox that I got. I have sold my Orient Star, the white one with the open heart, and I wasn't wearing that one as much. It was kind of too dressy for me. It was a really wonderful watch if you are in the market for some sort of a really dressy piece, something like that. It's a great watch, but for me, it wasn't really. So I wanted to get something sportier. Uh, Thinking about getting something tough or something like that. Looking at even at some G-Shocks and whatever. And this is what I ended up with. I'll first try to. We'll get back at the watch in a second. I'll first try to show you a little bit of the box. My setup here is kind of a mess, so you're not going to be able to see the whole box. But uh, you open it like this. Here you get some really cool quick guide. It's really stuffed here, colored, some kind of colored paper. Um, you got your warranty card, which is this is your freaking warranty card. 5-year warranty. I'm pretty sure I didn't get the 5-year warranty because it stays here. It's only if you get it from authorized dealer, and I got it from Amazon. So there's that. Amazon's pretty much a gray market. So yeah, here's the card. You can see that it's a really nice plastic card. It's not filled or anything. So yeah, this is what you get when you buy it from gray market, but it's a lot cheaper that way. And, so I'm showing you this because unboxing this thing is a really nice experience. I also get this. You have seen this in a million videos. Nobody actually wears his Victorinox with this. I mean, if you are gonna do some real rough things and you're pretty sure that you're gonna bump your watch into gazillion of stuff, yeah, you can wear this, especially if this watch is titanium like mine, so it can get scratched. So this will protect. But anyways, I'm not gonna give you. And let me just show you the box because I think that Seiko could learn from this. Just check the box, guys. I mean, this thing is it's leather. I mean, it's fake leather, but it's leather. This thing here also. This was on top of the watch on the crystal. This is the pillow, also leather. You get the how I call this, the tag. You can see the retail here, which is the crazy 629. That's like $700. These days nobody pays retail, almost nobody. You can get them in Europe on Amazon. You can get these watches for around from, I should say, from 350 euros all the way up to like 500 or even $600, but euro, but 600 or more for the mechanical ones. Anyways, yeah, this is not something you will get on Japanese watch. I mean, in this price range usually, because I got the watch for 314 euro, which was I'm pretty sure it was some sort of really good deal that I got for a small amount of time. It bumped back up to 389 or like that, 390 euro, something like that, about a couple of days after I ordered this one. But yeah, here's the watch. Here's the watch. This is the titanium version. Let me shoot some specifications. You probably know, but from thick in the hand, you can see that this is a quartz watch. It's a titanium. It's a 43 millimeter case, 21 millimeter look width. Look to look, it's around 51, something like that. It seems big, but it's not that big. I will show in a bit. But sapphire crystal is what you get here. A little bit recessed, as you can see, so that that protects it. Sorry for there are some particles here, but this is actually not a lint magnet. I'm going to talk about the strap in a bit. That's the watch. That's the titanium. It weighs around 90 around 92, 93 grams, something like that, which is pretty hefty for a titanium watch. For a titanium watch, which is on a strap, it's not a light watch. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot better than the stainless steel. This means if this one is almost 100, the regular, the steel one would be like ridiculous if you ask me. But yeah, anyways, check the second hand. The second hand is not perfect. At around 12, it would get straight. Yeah, you can see now it's hitting the markers. In my eyes, I mean, I tend to dislike when quartz watches don't hit the markers. At this price point, rather normal to have the second hand a little bit misaligned. I mean, it's okay. In this state as it is, for me, I think it's okay. It could be better, but I think it's still fine. The movement in this is, come on guys, let's freaking focus. The movement in this thing is around 715. That's the Swiss made variant, of course, because they sell that one in Swiss made or Swiss parts variant. The Swiss parts variant has only one jewel and it's made in Asia usually. The genuine Swiss made movement has 5 jewels. It's made in Switzerland. So yeah, I mean, it's a kind of a requirement for a watch to have this Swiss made label, because it cannot be labeled as Swiss made if the movement is not made in Switzerland. So there's that. And yeah, some of you may argue, well, 300 euros or something like that for a watch that is quartz. Oh, that's crazy. I see your point, but this watch has been made to be rugged. It has been made to mark 130 years of Victorinox, the company as a whole. They performed a gazillion of tests of this watch. 130, like a gazillion. They stated there are exactly 130 tests that they made. Some of those are ridiculous, like washing the watch in the washing machine or stuff like that, which every regular G-Shock or even some Casios can endure that, so that's not much of a thing. Dropping the watch from 10 meters on a concrete, that's something, especially if, for a watch that is not a digital. I mean, the digital watches are usually lighter than every G-Shock or even plastic Casio will usually withstand a 10-meter drop, but metal watch which is analog, surviving a 10-meter drop, good luck with that. Tests like this, you can still see the watch of the titanium version with the orange strap and orange hand. They made this in a few different colorways. You can see this strapped to on YouTube. There's a video. The watch gets strapped to a weather balloon, gets to pretty much end of the atmosphere really high, and then the balloon pops and the watch drops. It's a really cool video, like a minute long, but it's not much of a test. But I mean, they really tried to show that they have made the watch tough. They have made it. Let's look at it next to a G-Shock. I mean, the sole purpose of both of these watches is kind of the same: to be able to endure like almost anything. 200mm water resistance on both. Recessed glass to protect it. Tough case. I mean, yeah, here is plastic and resin and whatever, but here is a really big titanium case, really thick one. I mean, this thing is one of the other tests, which sounds pretty ridiculous, is driving over this watch with a 64-ton tank. I mean, this is like, what the hell? Who does that? I mean, how could even this could happen? But anyways, the watch actually survived, and this is a fact. So there's that. A lot of guys were annoyed that this watch was quartz. Initially, it came out in 2014, I think, and they were like, "Oh, we would buy this if it were automatic." And now there is an automatic version of this watch, a little bit more expensive, like 500, 600 euros, something like that, or like $750, $750, something like that, I think, in the US. But the automatic version could could not be this rugged. I mean, if you drop, or I think that initially this is the reason why Victorinox removed, even from their YouTube channel, a lot of the tests they made on these watches, because a lot of those things with severe hits and vibrations and stuff like that, they're okay for a quartz watch, but I'm not sure that the automatic, even though the ETA, I think the watch, the automatic version is with the ETA 2824, it's a great movement, but some of those rugged tests, not for an automatic watch. So there's that. The strap is a natural rubber, which this is the first natural rubber strap that I have, and I can tell you it's nothing like silicone crap and nothing like those crappy cheap. I'm sorry for the something's really weird is happening here with my white balance. The strap is really I'm guessing you're gonna have to live with those color waves. I'm sorry, guys. Really nice strap. It's soft to the touch. It's not too flexible, but it's flexible enough to be comfortable. And at the same time, when you let me show you, when you have the watch on your wrist, it forms like a really okay circle. So it's not like the silicones, which are really crappy. And also over time, it's gonna get even more. I'm gonna form around my wrist, I believe. So talking about my wrist, here is my Seiko SNKL 41K on a Uncle Seiko President bracelet. My wrist is not big. I have 6.75 inches wrist, and I was concerned that this watch would be too big for my wrist. And let me show you. I don't wear my watches tight. I wear them kind of loose, and look at it. You can decide for yourself, but if you ask me, this looks pretty okay. I mean, it's almost overlapping from look to look, but not really. Looks like that from top a little bit. Like this is like, come on, thing, let's freaking focus. Oh my god, this camera. I think this camera doesn't like the gray and blue and whatever, and gets really confused. But anyways, it's on the edge. I am aware of this, but I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I have already went to the beach with this thing. It have been in the salt water. You can look at it. It's completely fine. Showered with it, washed it, did whatever, bunch of things. I got it like a few days ago, but just before the weekend, so I had a couple days to spend with it. As a quartz watch, pretty accurate, probably less than 10 seconds per month deviation, which is perfectly fine. One other interesting thing about this watch is you can check the dial. Try to hide the blue. You can see how much of a depth it has. It looks like this chapter ring, and also I'm just gonna mention this, it might sound retarded, but this thing kind of reminds me of the Tudor Perlagos, which coincidentally is also titanium, but it has like the Tudor has really big chapter ring, and the markers dig into it like almost the same way as this one does. I think this is really cool. Also, you can see that it looks like the markers are applied, but they're actually not. This dial, this is specifically made for the watch. It's the markers are part of the dial itself. So on the stainless steel, I think it's a piece of steel. On this one, looks like titanium. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if it is a titanium or steel or whatever. Might be both. Both? No, I don't think it's both. Anyways, with a single piece of metal, and this makes it impossible for any of the markers to drop. So there's that. Everything on this dial is made really nice. The hands, everything is perfect. I mean, this is Swiss watches just a tiny bit better made in Japanese, in my opinion, even in a lower price point. In my experience, with just a few just a few Swiss watches, the lower end ones. But yeah, anyways, only thing that this is lacking, probably would be better and people would kind of like it more if it had better lume. It has probably some sort of super luminova or whatever, but it might not even be that, because it is not it's not glowing strong. It's not like C3, or I think the C3 is the green one. I mean, this was green, but it's not like C3, the standard, which you find on many of the micro brand watches which glow like crazy. It's far from. I'll show a comparison actually between this one and between my Orient. So bear with me for a second here. So this is my Orient, the Orient Ray. I just took it out of the box. Any of those watches weren't charged, so I will just first turn off the lights just to show you how they look on just a little bit of light exposure, and then I'm gonna charge them with the UV light to show you a little bit more. Let me turn off the lights here. You can see that even though we had the Victorinox for like 10 minutes already under the lights, it's barely visible, and the Orient, which I just got here, has some light onto it. I'm gonna try to blast both of them, and now see that actually the strap kind of glows. That's funny. Okay, so here's the Victorinox, and here's the Orient. The Victorinox looks a lot better on camera. Actually, every lume looks a lot better on camera, but you can see the difference. The Orient glows much brighter, much brighter. To my naked eyes, the Victorinox is almost barely visible. I mean, you can tell the time, but I'm not sure how it will hold up in a couple of hours. Probably not great, to be honest. But anyways, this is probably the only downside of that watch. And yeah, that's my take on the Victorinox I.N.O.X. Price-wise, in Europe they're expensive. In the States, I hear and see a lot of videos and comments that people are finding the steel version under $200, the titanium a little bit more, like $200 and some dollars. For that price especially, this watch is a no-brainer. I mean, it's just phenomenal value for under $300, I should say. Even in dollars, for 300, it's really great value. As I said, I've bought it for 350 euros. That's like $350, something like that, and I'm not regretting anything. I love this watch. I tend to not, but I plan to wear it as it should be worn, like a G-Shock or whatever. It can handle anything. So yeah, there's that. I hope you find this video informative and like it. Oh, forgot to tell, I'm not sure I mentioned, sapphire glass, triple anti-reflex coating on the underside, of course. So yeah, there's that. And also that Ronda 715 5-year battery life, an indication of end of life, which the second hand will start skipping a few seconds at a time once the battery is low, so you know you gotta change the battery. So it's not like you're gonna wake up one morning and the watch is not working. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I hope you find this video informative, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, or wherever if you wanna. Thank you, guys. Thank you, I appreciate that.